Good morning. It's Cam. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at pre-market movers. Got a lot of things moving right now. So we'll start first with futures and SPY. So
IMT, AMKR.
S&P futures are up, about 15 points right now. So it looks like the market is reacting well to Biden's infrastructure plan. A lot of EV, battery charging companies are up. So we'll look at those. But first, SPY here on the daily. Right, the all-time high 398.12. Yesterday we poked 398, sold off to close. But you'll see right now, pre-market, we're moving back up again, trying to retest that 398 level. So buyers come in at the open, or right before the open. We could get new all-time highs today. So with that, we can jump over to some charging companies. So Chargepoint, pretty significant run yesterday. So here, 5-minute chart, sold off on the open, basically found the 50 EMA as support, rode that up all morning to almost a high 27.80, sold off back down to the 50, consolidated, broke out going into the close, into power hour, try to retest 27.5, sold off in the close. After hours, basically consolidated high around the close, got a pop here pre-market. And you see now we're running all the way up to 30.89, looking to go higher. So if we go out to the daily, we'll look at daily chart. You can see pretty significant sell-off from the high, back when EVs were running at the end of 2020. Significant downtrend through February and March. Made a base around 20 bucks. And you see yesterday, pretty significant gap up from Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So pretty big kicker signal, gapped up through the 9 EMA, opened about 200. Buyers pushed its way up through, and pretty significant high volume, change in volume, right? CPST. So 6 million, 6.8 the day before to 18, so almost a 3 times increase in volume. So look to see if we can keep moving higher. So so gap right now, pre-market was at 30.89, so that puts us above the 5 EMA, or excuse me, 50 EMA on the daily, and possibly up into these long wicks here above, where we can get to 31.5 area, where we could find some resistance above. But you can see once we get 30 through 31.5, lower volume area into 32s, so we could quickly move up to 33, 34 with a lot of volume. And we'll just quickly draw a fib here and then move on. 961. There we go. So 29.5, basically went through that here in pre-market. So we're going to be between the 50 and the 61 fib level to start this morning. Also have QS up, so QuantumScape. So basically trading higher, just successfully met technical milestone to achieve a condition of closed investment of an additional 100 million from Volkswagen. So you saw the Volkswagen media push saying they're going to change to Volkswagen, but apparently that was just an April Fool's joke, and the media didn't like it. But anyways, so huge deal with the company, large payment, and you see they had this huge run back in December. 10 bucks to 132, so 13 times your money in a span of about a month. When you get a big move up, you get a big move back down, so huge pullback. And basically consolidated here around the 23.6 level, right? So kind of a 1, 2, 3 triple bottom, right? And you got a hammer here off the 23 once. The move us back into consolidation here, up in the mid 60s. Sold off once again, consolidated back down here in the low 40s. And you'll see we did get another kicker signal here yesterday, right? So sold off early morning Tuesday. Buyers came in, pushed us higher, pretty significant green candle on mixed volume. And then yesterday got a gap up pre-market and at the open, and then sellers tried to push it down, couldn't get below the high from the previous day, right? High here 44.13, 44.14, so the high was very respected. And then we gap up again this morning. So well, actually yesterday after the close, let's see if that news came out then. Oh yeah, it did announce yesterday. So took off at after hours, and then just steady uptrending, and now we're consolidating a little bit, but still pushed higher. It looks like the chart's very similar in pre-market right now to CHPT. Chargepoint up to 52.5, pulled back down right now 51.6. So if we go back out to the daily, just to look at resistance in that level, you know, the chart is pretty skewed because of the high, but for 51, right, we're basically sitting in here at this bulk and volume right about the EMA. So we'll look to see if buyers come in today, if we can get a high volume day, pushes up and through that. And then the other charging company that's up with the others is Blink. So Blink's run compared to the others is a little bit more delayed. So QS and Chargepoint were moving November, December. Blink didn't set its high until basically the end of January, but we still get that sell-off basically down to the 200 EMA, bounce back, and then we've been consolidating around the moving averages. And then similar chart to the others, last 2 days basically get a kicker candlestick play. So moved up back into, well, you here first get doji hammer, pushes up the next day with buyers, pushes up into the EMAs. Can't break it, so we sell off but hold the 9, and then the gap up between days sends us over the moving averages on high volume, right? So buyers are interested, sentiments changed. We got a catalyst, so now we'll see if we can push all the way up to the top of the range, $48. You know, looking like a lot of volume here, or increased overhead volume here around 46. So if we go out to the 5-minute chart, see how high we moved today, sitting right at 45. Looking a little bit thinner traded compared to the others. Do have some good volume since 5 a.m. this morning. But chart nonetheless is basically following or the same as the other two, so it's a sector movement. And then we also have, you know, EV plays that are looking to go higher as well. So Tesla been on a tear. I made the EV video over the weekend. You know, the downturn's been going, but the infrastructure bills really helped out as a catalyst move forward. Right, there wasn't. I don't think there was a specific provision on moving gasoline-powered vehicles, but still a lot of infrastructure is going to be laid for modernizing the American fleet of vehicles, at least to electric, and, you know, providing charge stations around the country. We see here Tuesday had a low of 591, all the way back up to 688. So, you know, pretty close to a 20% move in 2 days for Tesla. So that's pretty significant. Being a, you know, an S&P 500 stock could contribute to, you know, why the S&P's up. Almost back at all-time highs. We go back. Oh, I don't want the weekly, but you see weekly basically consolidating. So if we can get above 683, that's basically where we're at right now. Get above the 90 EMA on the weekly, and we go jump here to the daily. I still have overhead resistance of the 50 EMA up above. Similar chart to the others somewhat. So we get the gap up kicker higher last 2 days. But I still think Tesla is going to have a lot of overhead resistance around 70, right? So we consolidated these long wicks on the other video. You can see it too. Like they're just misprints, or, you know, block trade. They shouldn't necessarily be there. So we do have quite a big consolidation around the $700 level, and as you see, volume decreases significantly above that. So if we can break through that $700 level, the EV rally, Tesla, and the others could start taking off again. So it's definitely going to be a watch here going forward in the week. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know what plays you're looking at this morning. If you got anything, what other companies you'd like me to look at, please let me know down in the comments. I'm open to suggestions. And as always, appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video, and we'll see you in the next one.